This is Beyond the Badge, a program we do at KSL to honor peace officers from all over the state of Utah. A different officer every week, and here is a portion of the interview about this week's officer. Now we're here with Officer Dalton in Saratoga Springs. Officer, I know that this wasn't your choice and you probably rather that we weren't here, but I just want to say thank you, and I want to ask you about these wonderful incidences that the sergeant was telling us about. First of all, let's talk about your work with the K-9 unit, and you go around to schools. Tell me about that.
We go down to schools and do demonstrations for them, let them know what we do with the K-9s here in the Saratoga, also in the whole valley, and what the K-9 assets are for our police department.
What are they? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, they're great. They take a lot of the man hours down for us by one, but for two, they do a lot of stuff by finding, we have Rico right now, he finds narcotics by searching schools, vehicles, houses, just about anywhere. Also, he's getting trained right now in the evidence search, where he can go out in the field or anywhere of a crime and look for evidence. Also tracking. He's also used for tracking for not only bad guys, but young kids, elderly that have walked away, just different aspects of the K-9 parts.
Thinking about elderly who walked away, we were all so touched with the story of the elderly woman that you came upon, who was just walking on Redwood Road. Tell me what happened. You came upon her, and what did she say?
She's just having a bad day. It sounds like she's had some issues at home, and some things happened. At that point, she was just going to keep walking, and we have no gas stations, no services, nothing south, and so I just asked her if she minded getting in my car and if I could take her somewhere safe. Just took her to a hotel for the night, and I got her a meal and asked her just to stay there for the night, and to please reconsider walking south, and to call her family in the morning. If not, give me a call. I was at the police station the next day, so later we found out some mental illnesses played effect into that, but good lady, just a bad day.
Did you ever talk to her family?
I did get a letter from them. They wrote me a letter thanking me for making sure that she was okay. So
I would have done the same if I'd been her daughter. Then you came upon a woman, your sergeant was telling me, I just could picture myself in that role, that I would have forgotten my purse, that I would have driven off, and then I would have run out of gas, and I would have just thought, oh. And tell me about that woman.
So she was driving north to actually get gas. She had actually used her son's vehicle. It was late at night. Her son was supposed to be going to a school function and needed it early in the morning. She was running late and had been working all day and just having a really bad day. She had ran out of gas because she thought she had enough to make it to the gas station. Fortunately, there was no way she was going to, so we just went up and got a gas tank and filled it up and went down and put her on her way. So she had a lot better of the night.
You know, I feel like we need to raise some money that's in the Have a Bad Day fund for these officers, so that doesn't need to come out of your paycheck. What about the family now who had the soccer fans?
So there's a little guy named Josiah. He's a neat little guy. He had gotten injured actually playing soccer. He was shooting a goal against his brother, and they hadn't pruned a tree, and he had fallen and it went up through his leg. Pretty bad injury to the little guy. He said that his favorite player was Ramondo, and wanted to go see an RSL game one day. We had a weekend that we weren't going to be going, and first thing we did is ran the tickets down to them. They were able to go. Since then, we gave him a couple more sets of tickets just for fun, and he sees me at the RSL game, and just a good kid and neat family.
You know, I've heard different leaders in law enforcement talk about the need for community policing, about the importance of law enforcement, about officers developing relationships with the people that they work with in the community. I don't think I could think of a better example of that than what you just described.
We like it. Like we say, it isn't just me. There's many officers here at the Saratoga Springs Police Department and throughout the whole Utah County and Salt Lake County that would do this at the top of the time. So it's not a hard thing. It's something that's done every day. I know Sergeant Williams wrote in about me, but I can write out about him or any other officer here. So we've got a great department here. So
before I let you go, can I ask you why you got into law enforcement in the beginning?
There were some issues in my family life when I was younger that happened, and due to that, some circumstances, I decided that I wanted to do something about it. So.
Yeah. Can I also ask you, and if this is too personal, you tell me, how does your family feel about your being a police officer?
My son's pretty proud. He wants to be a cop himself, and my wife and daughter, they're just fine.
Yeah. I have a son who wants to be a police officer too.
Awesome.
Would you tell your family thank you, because we know that sometimes police officers have to leave their families on holidays and other things, so thank them for sharing you with all of us, and thank you for the wonderful things you do. We really appreciate you, officer.
Thank you.
Beyond the Badge here in Saratoga Springs.